Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. So I had recently completed my reaction series to this series of Gaya sa Pelikula. And I thought I could just make this review video just to talk about my thoughts about the series overall. Because, man, this series was... loved it. So first of all, let's talk about the storyline of the series. For me, I feel like this series was able to talk about what Carl has been going through ever since he got to the apartment, and we were able to see how much he has grown and really discovered himself with the help of the people around him. And on that note, I do also appreciate the fact that we were following in Carl's journey, while at the same time, we were not ignoring the other characters that were with him. Because it really seemed like each of them had their own significant part or contribution into helping out Carl, while also not just being there for his sake, but also for them, if that makes sense. And on this journey, I do like that we were able to talk about different things that people of the LGBTQ+ community have to go through, especially when it comes to self-discovery and also coming out. Besides those, I also like that they were able to slip in some other little details, like in episode 2 for example, when Vlad taught Carl about using the word gay as a negative word, or in other words, it meaning no euphemism, which I really do appreciate this series bringing this kind of subject up while also not having it seem forced. Or another one that I really appreciate was in episode 5, when just for a little moment when Vlad, Carl, and Anna were at the gazebo, and then Vlad quickly talked to Carl about microaggressions, which I'll be honest, not even I knew about that. So it was great that they were able to bring that kind of topic up, but again, it didn't really feel like it was forced into the script. It just felt more natural when they were talking about it. And just to talk about the finale episode really quick, I do like that we were given more of an open ending, because I feel like it really ties in together with Carl's journey and how it's not really stopping here and it's really gonna continue even after the screen goes black. But it also goes with the journey of those in real life, because I know that there are many people in real life that are also on this journey like Carl is, and is still trying to fight their way just to be accepted, and even more than that, in society. So I do appreciate the open ending that Gaya sa Pelikula gave us in the finale. And honestly, I wish that this series is something that we should be seeing more of, because I do like that in this series we were able to follow along with this character's journey while also learning about the different things that they are going through, which really applies to those in real life as well. And I'd like to see more of that. Moving on to the cinematography of this show, it honestly just felt very warm and comforting in a way. I feel like the warm and comforting vibes of this show really tied in with how Carl was feeling while inside the apartment, because this was his little space to just be himself and also discover himself. Side note, that's another thing. The fact that this series pretty much took place in the apartment building, and this was really just like Carl's little comfort place to figure himself out and just self-discover what he really is. Which also, yeah, goes with the conversation that he and Anna had in the finale episode, wherein I forgot the exact words that they said, but it was something along the lines of him being in the apartment building for so long, but then could he be ready to show it outside of the apartment building for the world to see. And one more thing that I liked about the cinematography and the different shots of this series is that if you guys follow the creator of the show, Juan Miguel Severino, I remember seeing him tweet out like the different references that most of these shots had. Like it referenced various Filipino movies, because it really felt like they were almost living their lives in the apartment building like in the movies, or Gaya sa Pelikula. And besides that, I also appreciate like a good nod or a reference to another movie. So, loved it. So the next thing I would like to talk about in this series are the characters. One thing that I honestly love about this series, or pretty much just any series or movie in general, is that we get to see both the main and the side characters, and I feel like they're all three-dimensional. Like each of them have their own unique characteristics, and they each have their own part in progressing the story. Going back to Anna and Carl's conversation in the finale episode, again, I don't remember word per word, but it went something along the lines of, why would someone listen to your story if you don't tell others' story, or something like that. So yeah, going back to what I initially said with the characters, I like that each of them were able to contribute some way into the story that helped it move forward. Now going on to the actual script and the acting in this series, to me the acting in this series almost made it feel like it wasn't a series. Or what I'm trying to say is that all of their acting just felt so natural, and I just felt like I was a part of their group, and then I was immersed into their world. And besides the acting, I also appreciate the script because they were able to say things both about issues when it comes to the LGBTQ+ community and also just any form of conversation, and it just felt so natural and none of it just felt so forced. And the last thing I would like to talk about in this review is the music. One thing that I just really love with the series is, besides the story, I appreciate the soundtrack as well. Because I feel like the soundtrack just really adds to the mood of that episode or the moment that's happening that we are watching. And I like that we got to hear different songs played throughout this entire series, and then each of them helped in setting up the mood for when they were played during that scene. Personally, my favorite was in episode 6 when they played Home by Ben and Ben. Man. Yes. And then just to wrap up this video review of Gaya sa Pelikula, I really like that this series felt progressive in some way. Not only did we get to follow in the journey of Carl and the people around him, but we also got to learn more about what people like Carl have to go through. And I feel like it really touched on the hearts and minds of the people that are watching, and I'm sure that there are many people that can relate to what they were watching in this series. And as I said, I really do wish that we get to see more series like this in the future. So that's going to be it for this review of Gaya sa Pelikula. And if you guys have any other thoughts and opinions about this series, please just leave it in the comments below. I want to actually read what you guys have to say about the series that I love. So a big thank you to the director, cast, crew, production team, everyone that was a part of bringing this series to life for all of us to see and enjoy. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell post notification so that you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video whenever I could possibly make one.